travel accommodation form, and your passport, which is your negative PCR test taken within the last 7 days, today being counted as the seventh day, ready. In flight, you will be issued your health declaration form to be completed prior to landing in Antigua. Now boarding Group 1. Thank you.
Honey, you gotta unmute yourself.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to Flight AB 365. I'm so happy that we're finally at liftoff to Antigua and Barbuda. With us today, we have the lovely cabin crew, which I'm going to introduce now. Cabin crew, please do turn on your cameras. All right. So, one more cabin crew to turn on camera. That's right. So, yes, with us today, flying us to Antigua, taking care of us, our passengers at the front of the plane, we have none other than our head flight attendant, our CEO of the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Mr. Colin C. James. Mr. James, give us a wave at the front of the plane.
Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome.
Taking care of you in the middle of the plane is none other than the lovely Mr. CJ Smith of Sandals Grand Antigua, Sandals Resorts, UVI. Yes, yes. Everybody seeing CJ? All right. Now, my co pilot is none other than Mr. Shamoy Richards. Shamoy, all right. So, everybody, please remember we should be wearing our masks. Masks are to be worn like this, not not like this, not back here, not under your chin. And now we will look at our safety briefing. Right. So please remember, if you are not willing to wear your mask, we may have to put you off mid-air. However, we're going to turn you over now to our head attendant, Mr. Colin James, who's going to give us an update on Destination Antigua Barbuda and just tell us why he loves the Canadian travel agents and appreciates our business.
Oh, welcome aboard, everyone. I am your CEO, and I have a very, very beautiful office inside the plane. Believe it or not, I'm right up front, and I decided that I needed to take this flight with you. First, to welcome you to Antigua and Barbuda. You are the folks that help us have a job, and you're the reason why we do what we do for our beautiful visitors, but also for the travel trade and our travel agents who really help us in getting the word out. So thanks for coming on board today and being part of this beautiful flight. I just wanted to give you some information about our destination. We opened our borders on the 1st of June this year, and since then things have been going remarkably well. We actually had the first mover advantage in having our first flights coming in on the 1st of June. We were able to introduce our protocols, which have been well received, well accepted, and it makes travel to Antigua and Barbuda so easy and, more importantly, safe. Because the last thing we wanted to do was to have any further importation of COVID-19, and the protocols that we've introduced have allowed us to do just that. We keep our residents safe, but we also keep our visitors who are coming to Antigua and Barbuda safe, so that they know that they can have a great time when they get here. During the time that our borders were closed, we did a comprehensive training regime. We've trained over 3,000 of our hotel employees in industry, and right across the island, from tours and excursion operators, everybody has been trained with the new safety protocols, so that we can keep you, our guests, safe, and particularly you, our travel agents, who are visiting with us right now. You have to wear a mask, as the safety protocol video indicated, whilst you're moving around the island. But once you get to your property or your hotel, you're free to move around to those tours and excursions that have been certified, COVID-19 certified, so you can still have a great vacation and enjoy our beautiful island while you're here as well. I just wanted to let you know that the protocols that have been introduced on the hotels in particular have been extremely stringent. Antigua and Barbuda's protocols were actually adopted by the Caribbean Hotel Associations as a standard for protocols. You have everything from contactless checking to sanitized areas. Rooms are put on hold for 48 hours. You have to wear your mask if you leave the property, but once you're around the pool or you're in the sea swimming, having a great time, you're allowed to remove your mask. So we've done everything possible to keep you safe, and at the same time to make sure that your vacation is an unforgettable one. And that whole regime of safety and sanitization and cleanliness is an ongoing. We have protocols from hotels to restaurants to tours and excursions, as well as the guidelines if anyone needs to be, God forbid, to be quarantined while they're on island. So we have done what it needs to be done to make sure that you have a great time. And we're looking forward to welcoming you on flight AB 365. That really is synonymous with our 365 beautiful beaches that you can enjoy. We have one for every day of the year, and when we have leap years, we just pull another one out for you. That's how special you are to us. Yeah, so we really look forward to welcoming you on an island and ensuring that you can get here safely and you can get here easily. From the 1st of November, this is really our inaugural flight, but on the 1st of November, we actually are bringing down some guests to Antigua and Barbuda, and that's when our airport officially reopens with the Canadian border, and we are looking forward to ensuring that that goes very, very well, and we make those guests that you are sending to us feel extra special when they get here on the 1st of November, which incidentally is our Independence Day. That's when we mark 39 years of political independence, and so it's going to be a great celebration time in a safe environment. As you get here, the first persons you're going to meet when you land flight AB 365 today will be our port health folks, and they're going to be automatically screening your temperature as you come down the escalators. You will have your forms that they will collect to make sure that you've completed your safety forms, and you know that's required. That can be also filled out online, where you can indicate which hotel or which property you'll be staying at, and also your all important passport, that PCR negative test, which really is required to enter into the country. So we look forward to welcoming you. We look forward to sharing our beautiful island with you. And we really look forward to having a great time. And we have a great crew on board, and there's going to be lots of fun, lots of games, lots to do, so that by the time you get to Antigua, you will be psyched up and ready to enjoy your wonderful vacation. So thank you for listening to me, and I'm going to turn you right back over now to our beautiful Captain Tamika with her fashion statement hat, and also First Officer, is it Chamoy? And you'll meet some of the members of our team who are on the ground. We have got great internet, so we connected with our folks back on the ground to ensure that you can have a little preview of what's available for you. I really want to thank Kelly Kane from Spoil Agent, who's really done a remarkable job in helping us to get this flight promoted and put together, and to welcome you, our beautiful travel agents. So until then, I'll come back and walk around the cabin and see you guys a little bit later. But until then, I will be here in my cabin office and keeping an eye on things to ensure that all goes well.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. James. I know Mr. James made mention of our Captain Tamika, but because we want to have a timely departure, Tamika is now back in the cockpit to ensure a safety departure. We want to get you there ahead of time before the November 1st flight, so that you can get into the destination, experience it. There's so much to offer. Now, as you can see behind me, you have different boarding groups. As Mr. James would have mentioned earlier, we would have done so many things to ensure the safety of our passengers. So we just don't want you to come to Antigua and Barbuda and cooped up in the resort. We want you to go and explore. We're offering you a space in the sun, a special place that all can enjoy. And we want everyone to roam in a safe environment. As you can see, we have beaches, 365 beaches, ample room for you to social distance. You can do that without having to wear a mask. You just have to ensure you uphold the safety protocols. Now, for persons who are interested in activities, those adventure seekers, we have quite a number of tours and attractions for you to go about. We have the swimming with the stingrays. If you want to get down and dirty in the mud, we have the buggy tours. If you want to get in the sky, take your adrenaline high, you can paraglide, you can zip line through the rainforest. There's so many things for you to do. If you're a history buff, then we have quite a number of historic sites, the Betty's Hope, which is a restored plantation. In addition to our World UNESCO Heritage Site, the only active Georgian dockyard in the entire world. And that is such a wonderful place to see. For those romance seekers, of course, as you know, we are the romance capital of the Caribbean. We have quite a number of activities that they're just good for social distancing on couples. For instance, kayaking through the mangroves. It's just you and your significant other, moving through the mangroves apart from everyone. Now, I'm learning today that we don't say 6 feet apart, we say 9 coconuts apart. So we want you to enjoy yourself 9 coconuts apart from each other while being safe, and also keeping the residents safe. So we also have quite a number of hotels that are opened. One thing Antigua prides itself in is having a number of low density properties that are just, good for you to unwind in your own space. You don't have to share space unless it's your significant other. We have quite a number of them opened at this point, such as Sandals, which you will see later on. We have this month, we had Hermitage Bay Resort, we had Blue Waters Resort, and coming in stream, we will have Galley Bay and also Royalton. So at this point, I would like to turn over to CJ, so he can talk a bit more about Sandals, Grand, Antigua and Barbuda. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shamoy. And thanks so much for the crew for actually inviting us to join you this afternoon. We're excited. We really are excited to be one part of this session, but also be able to talk about Sandals Grand Antigua. Here's a quick fact. Sandals Grand Antigua was the first Sandals resort to reopen during the COVID-19 crisis. And we're really excited because back in June 6th actually, we reopened Sandals Grand Antigua, and what's been absolutely spectacular is the embracing of our various protocols that we have implemented. We implemented our Sandals Platinum Protocol of Cleanliness, of course, which is an enhanced protocol with 18 touch points, and it has been going over spectacularly well. We are really excited at the fact that our clients and even you, our valued travel partners, have been embracing it, especially when it came to Sandals Grand Antigua, and we're really excited. The protocols that, of course, Mr. James spoke about in destination has been going exceptionally well for us as well, and we find that clients in destination have been super, super compliant, which we're really happy about. What's even more impressive is that we have tried our very best to implement ways to get you, our valid travel agents, to experience the destination itself. So one of the ways, of course, is certainly our Points to Paradise program, which has not been suspended at all. If you've got Points to Paradise, which is our reward program for you, so when you book, you get points, you can still visit the destination at your leisure whenever you'd like. Just go online right now and actually look at the availability and book it for yourself. Secondly, we implemented a program called Learn, Book, and Earn. Now, Learn, Book, and Earn is a great opportunity where we're giving you 3 complimentary nights. You have to sign up for this on the travel agent portal. We're giving you 3 complimentary nights to go and experience the destination for yourself with a guest, so you can absolutely go see and experience the destination itself. So it really is almost to the equivalent of an unescorted fam per se. So you have an opportunity to go see the destination. Will work closely with the resort team in destination, who will then assist you with doing the tours, which is a requirement, of course, doing the tour of the tour of the resort, and then you get the opportunity of experiencing the resort for yourself. See the protocols in action, but even more importantly, see why we say we do physical distancing, not social distancing. So you see how the resort was designed around physical distancing, while still having activities and various initiatives that encourage clients to still have a great time, but do so safely. It is all about ensuring clients have the best experience in destination. And then, of course, you do have the option, if you don't have any Points to Paradise points, you can certainly use our travel agent rates. And we have travel advisor rates that are absolutely exceptional that you can certainly use if you've got the time and you do have the opportunity to go and visit, especially with that flight going on, which I'm super excited about. You've got to jump on these opportunities. Take advantage of it. You also have the opportunity to host with Tamika and myself or with Shamoy. You can certainly do consumer events, virtual events where we can feature tour virtually Sandoz Grand Antigua. So we're giving you opportunities to certainly experience the destination. So I want to say thank you for your time. Thank you certainly for the opportunity. And I can't wait to see what else is on this fantastic ride with of course, the Antigua Tourism Board. Well, back over to you, Shamoy.
Passenger CJ, I was wondering, are there any snacks or can I get a drink? Or, I don't know.
Catch.
Or because I don't have my mask on, maybe that's why no one's coming near me. Is that what it is, Pilot Tamika? You're muted, my dear.
You may have to be put off of the plane. What are we doing?
No, I want to go be with you with sandals.
Did you not bring your emotional support animal with you?
No. I need my stuffy. Where's my stuffy? I forgot my stuffy.
I'm saying, you know what, Kelly? I'm going to take it up to business class because I need to speak to those persons who wish to head to Antigua on a fam. Okay? I would like you and Shamoy to, take care of that need for snacks. Shamoy, do you have snacks? What are you giving Kelly?
I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
All right. So travel agents, quite interested in familiarization trips. You and I can only imagine how tough business must be at this time. And for that reason, we as a destination, we are unable to offer large groups of travel agents heading into the destination on familiarization trips. However, I am happy to note that we remain available to assist travel agents, industry partners who are heading to the destination with any opportunity that they would want in order to experience Antigua and Barbuda through travel agent rates, industry partner rates at this point in time. All right. So I'm not speaking about 2021. We're only referring now to 2020 based on what is happening currently. All right. So yes, you're seated up in business class. I want you to remember every booking that you make. I know you're going back to Sandoz and you're logging your bookings with CJ, but remember to come back to www.antiguabarbudata.com, your travel agent portal with Antigua and Barbuda, and log your bookings there because we want to know who helped us through this very trying time. We want to remember you. We have not forgotten our top agents from 2019. We still remember you. You will not be forgotten. But as of November 1st, those travel agents who are able to, just encourage their clients to, I understand there's a 14-day experience when you get back. Let's enjoy it together. We'll do some virtual Zumba, some virtual yoga. But for now, if you want to go, we're ready and willing to take you. So what we actually have for you, we want to partner with you, all of those specifically who are on this webinar. We have a special just for you. You're going to help us while we help you make some money. One lucky winner of a draw of all the participants in this promo is going to win $200. You know what? I didn't even ask my boss. I didn't ask the head flight attendant. Mr. James, you okay with that? Yes, I know you're okay with that. But one lucky travel agent is going to win $200 to, head flight, head sir?
Very much aware and very much approved.
Thank you, Mr. James. Thank you. All right. So yes, what we want you to do as travel agents, we know that you love Antigua Barbuda. Hashtag love Antigua Barbuda. Hashtag Antigua Barbuda loves travel agents. We want you to write a love letter to Antigua and Barbuda. There's no minimum or maximum requirement of words. If you just want to say, I want to go to Antigua and Barbuda, and you use the hashtags that are mentioned there, that is quite fine. If you want to write 3 pages on social media, that is fine too. But it will just help you to tell your clients that Antigua has reopened since June 1st, but more so, Air Canada is heading to Antigua on November the 1st. That will help to bring some clients to you and for sure, fill the plane and get them to Antigua and Barbuda. So you write that love letter, simply stating your desire to visit or to return. A lot of you, I see your names, you've been there on FAMs, you've been there on your own experiences, you've told me about it, and you're desperate to head back to Antigua. You post that on your social media page. Doing so by making it public. It's important to make your post public so that we can track it, we can see, and that everybody, you could tell the world how much you love Antigua and Barbuda. Based on what you received today, you should be well able to maneuver your clients to a plating that serves them quite fine based on what Mr. James said, based on the tours our co-pilot brought to you, based on what CJ said about Sandals Grand Antigua. You use the hashtag your space in the sun. It's your time, it's your space, it's all of our sun. So you can remember that. My love letter to Antigua and Barbuda. Hashtag, guess what? This is the best part. Hashtag book with a travel agent. That is so important. I say that and I get goosebumps because you guys were the ones who were able to save so many people from emotional, financial disaster, even while putting yourselves on the brink. And we want to remember you today. We want to tell you how much I love and appreciate you. If some of you follow my social media page, I've been silent because I've been just desperate for that moment to tell you guys that Antigua is ready. Air Canada is heading there. Soon we will have WestJet. Soon we will have Sunwing heading to Antigua, but your clients can get there nonstop via a 4.5-hour departure from YYZ. All right. Now, we want you to send us a screenshot of your letter, post it to ABTA Tourism CA at visitanb.com, and do this by November the 1st at 11:59, because that's the day the flight goes off. And then after that, we will open to other persons within the industry maybe, but this is your time. You were here. You would have had to be here. So one of you on this webinar today is going to walk away on the 3rd of November when it is announced with $200 because you went out on a limb, you joined with us, and you said to your clients, you said to the world, I have a love letter to Antigua and Barbuda. I love Antigua and Barbuda, and I am a travel agent, and I book lovely destinations like Antigua and Barbuda. All right. So that's pretty much it for us. This information will be provided to you. You just drop those love letters on your social media page, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is. You use these hashtags, make sure it's public, and we will follow to see who's out there, who's doing what. I am just happy. I am thrilled to know on November 1st, somebody is going to enjoy 365 beaches, one for every day of the year. But Antigua is so much more than that because the beach is just the beginning. Over to you, Raynell. What do you have for us?
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I see that you have now landed in Antigua and Barbuda, of course, and we are on the lovely Dickerson Bay, home to sandals, as CJ would have mentioned. If you look just behind me, you will see. And my job here today is just to let you experience the beach virtually. And of course, I'm going to get you up close and personal so that you know what it feels like. You have a little taste of it. I know it's a bit chilly over on your side, so I'm going to bring some warmth to you. So we have a few visitors here at Sandals and on the beach. I know I saw someone say they love this beach, so I hope you are enjoying the view right now. I am actually in the water, so I'm gonna get you close. And as I would have mentioned, it is the home to Sandals. Dickerson Bay also has quite a few restaurants and beach bars. So once it's COVID certified and you would have landed, you're free to enjoy any of the beach bars, the restaurants.
If there's anybody who wants to go to Antigua right now in the chat, just say loud and clear, I want to go. Yeah, I really want to go. Mr. James, I want to go home. Oh, Raynell, you have done a fabulous job at whetting our appetites, bringing our senses back to what the beauty of the Caribbean is, the beauty of Antigua and Barbuda. Thank you so much, Raynell.
You are most welcome, and I hope to see everyone soon, of course, while being 9 coconuts apart.
9 coconuts apart. We're about to touch down. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Agent. Thank you, Kelly. I want to go home.
Soon. That's all I'll say. Soon. You'll all be here. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. James. Yes. So we will just close it off now. Before we go to questions, if you have any questions, please have your questions ready. Our fearless engineer, Kelly, will play us this video live and direct from our space in the sun. It's just beautiful.
Pretty amazing. Wow, that was great. So awesome. Did you guys see the chat box? The chat box blow up? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I want to go. Yes.
Love that.
Any questions for us, Kelly?
Yes, 100%. Are you kidding me? Okay, gallery view. Okay, great job. So yeah, so now's the time. Please feel free to type any questions in the Q&A if you guys don't mind, because you might not see the chat box, because a lot of you guys just reply to panelists. So we have, I don't know, over a couple of hundred chats in the chat box right now. So if you did ask a question in the chat box, if you don't mind just copying and pasting it and throwing it in the Q&A, this way it won't be missed. And agents watching via FaceTime, we've had a good solid crew following along, agents in FaceTime. So there were a couple of questions there. I'll make sure that they're answered. And but if something comes up, please feel free, and we'll make sure your questions are answered as well. Okay. All right. So and CJ, thanks so much. We actually do have some questions for you. So I'm going to start off with you, CJ. What's the current occupancy right
Oh,
now?
wow. Good. That's a great question. Now, the occupancy pretty much fluctuates, as you can imagine. And, I think Mr. James spoke about many protocols in Antigua. One of the protocols, of course, is making sure that no one resort is going to be running 100% occupancy, because it allows for, and I think every destination has its own specific. I can't recall the actual requirement for Antigua currently, but what is enough rooms available should we have situations where individuals do get ill, or we have suspicion of that, then we can certainly create the opportunity for them to be self-quarantined on resort. So as it relates to the exact occupancy in destination, can't speak to that exactly, but I've already put out a feeler to the resort team. I'll get that back to you, Kelly, because you're going to do your follow-up email, but I'll get that back to you.
That would be great. Thank you so much. You had mentioned that awesome promotion that you guys have going on for agents, CJ. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, just people are like, "Fam, what? Did you say?"
Oh, it's even better. In my opinion, I think it's even better because Learn, Book, Earn is an opportunity. Well, you can do your own stuff, but then Learn, Book, Earn still allows you to do your own stuff, and you get 3 free nights. You just have to sign up for it. Tamika talked about the flight. So we've got now the flights to go in. You have no excuses as to why you can't take advantage of those 3 nights. Go and see the destination. Go and explore the destination. Wear your masks when you're off resort. But when you're on resort, you can still do so much. You physically distance and have a great time. But where you find this information is on the travel agent portal. Go to events. Under events, you will see Orsando's educational experiences. So see, and then you can choose the event that you like. Register for it. If you don't see a particular date that you like just yet, just wait a little bit. I promise you, because they're opening them dates not to allow too many individuals to flood any one particular date. Okay, so it goes all the way up to January, by the way. We have dates all the way into January for you to experience. So it's called Learn, Book, and Earn. Okay.
Okay, that sounds great. Heather's question is, are Americans able to enter Antigua?
Yes, we currently have flights from America heading to Antigua.
So Tamika, Anita, and I'm sure some other agents, that the final clip that we just did, they'd like to get a copy of it. Is there a way that we can do that, or should they just send you an email, or can we send it out to everybody when we send that follow-up email? What do you think?
Yes, I believe we should probably send it to everyone.
Okay.
Someone had been a little shy in asking for it. It's okay.
Okay. If you want it, then you can take and post it along with your love letter.
Oh yeah, yes, it's quite enticing.
It sure is.
Okay. Giving people ideas.
Oh, you guys didn't hear that, okay? Only like 100+ people, kind of heard my suggestion. But anyways, I'm sure we have lots of creative passengers today, so we'll see what comes up. Okay, Sherry's question is Sherway Heights open for the Sunday night party?
No, that would not allow for much social distancing at this point in time. So we are holding on that just for now.
Okay, great. What's COVID numbers there in Antigua and Barbuda right now at this time?
Active numbers. Active, we're at 12.
12. Great.
And so far, from the start of the pandemic until now, with the experience in Antigua, just over 120 persons have been tested positive.
That's great. So question is, how are the renos to the old Halcyon Cove going?
Mr. James?
Yes, I think the Old Halcyon Cove will be ready and available for passengers again and for visitors. In April of next year, it's undergoing a huge renovation. But just to further add something to what Tamika said about cases, we only have, I think, about 9 or 10 active cases. So we have been able to manage those cases remarkably well, and there's very little community spread. And the good thing is that it has, because we've been able to do that, it has also allowed us to launch what's called our NDR, or Nomad Digital Residence Program, where
Right. Yeah.
with the help of the wonderful travel agents that are on this flight, you can book people to come to Antigua and they can stay for as long as 2 years. They can apply for a special visa, they can bring their spouses, they can bring their kids, and they can sit on the beach with their laptops and work remotely. We've been able to do that because of several things. It's easy to get to. We're a destination where you can get to from Canada pretty quickly, pretty easily. We have been able to keep those numbers under control, so there's very little community spread, very negligible. And also, there's a wide range of accommodations for you, from everything from little Airbnbs tucked away, or to the very luxurious villas. Your clients, if you have those high-end clients who want to get away from it all, to someplace that's safe, to someplace that's beautiful, where you can have that beach that CJ and Rainiel have been showing you clips of right at your fingertips, and not just that beach, but another 365 beaches. Antigua and Barbuda is the place to send those clients. So I just wanted to share that program has recently been launched, and it's going remarkably well. And so we look forward to welcoming folks from everywhere. And so if you have those clients who are looking for a very long 2-year vacation, Antigua and Barbuda is it.
Good place to do it.
That's right.
I don't know. I gotta go talk to my husband. Okay. So a couple more questions, and then we'd actually like to dig into the COVID requirements and that, but I'm gonna kind of do that all together. All right, the next one is I'm interested in getting to know more about activities to do on both islands. About the geography, things like that. What do you think is the best way, best thing to find that, Tamika? Oh, you're muted, honey.
The best way to find information on what tours are available?
Sure. How about we talk about what's available now to get that information?
Right.
Maybe post.
Okay. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
So what I will do is to drop a link in the chat. It's our official website, www.visitantiguabarbuda.com. And there's a special COVID tab, which gives you all the information, what restaurants are open, what hotels are open, what attractions are available at this point.
Great, that would be awesome. And the agents watching via Facebook, I'll grab that link. Unless you can do that, Shamoy, if you can also paste that link, you can go to the Spoiled Agent Canada group. We have the live time. We actually have quite a few agents following on live and asking questions, and they want that information as well. So if you can do that,
okay.
Spoiled Agent Canada. But if you can't, if it's too much trouble, let me know and I'll pop it in. But I know they'll want it. Okay.
I will do it on both ends.
That's awesome. Okay. Let's just see here. All right. Can you remind us of the entry requirements? I came in late, so maybe we can talk about a little bit more about the whole COVID process again for Canadians entering into Antigua. I don't know who wants to talk about that. Is that Tamika or Mr. James? Mr. James. All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's very easy. The PCR test is the gold standard COVID-19 test. That's really very reliable, and that's the one that we accept. You must have a PCR negative test, and it must be done within 7 days of you coming and arriving to Antigua and Barbuda. So you must bring that along with you. And that's very important because most of our airline partners now, and for most airlines, they actually check it at check-in. And so if you don't have the test, unfortunately, or if you have one of those rapid tests that, the efficacy is not as good as a PCR test, you won't be regrettably admitted. So it's just important to let your passengers know that. I think Canada is remarkable in that you can turn your test around in a pretty short period of time. So getting one is not that all that difficult. And so that's almost like a standard practice. And you need that test to check in and to board to come to Antigua and Barbuda. Also, when you are on board, as you're going to get in a little while, you are going to get a declaration form, that you have to fill out, which will be handed to the port health authorities, who are the first folks you're going to meet when you disembark the aircraft. That's important. And also there is a online location registry that you must fill out, which basically says what hotel you're staying at and how many people are in your party and that sort of thing, so that we know exactly where you are in the event that for whatever reason, they need to make contact with you while you're here. And it's as easy as that. I mean, our protocols are straightforward. They're very simple to follow. They're not hard to adhere to. And once you have that, you're good to go.
Okay. And again, there's no, I have an agent who's out in the East Coast. And just wondering if there's any way to arrange or to pay upon arrival to get the PCR test for a fee. It's just that they cannot arrange it for clients to get the PCR test, for example, in Nova Scotia before arrival.
The test that was being done on a limited basis, but it's as you can imagine, with thousands of people arriving every day, we were obliged to go to have a pre-boarding test, which actually expedites your arrival and clearance process.
Sure.
Rather than having it done here at the airport. You can get a test done if you're here from our health facilities, but it's really difficult to have that test administered at the airport. There were certain logistical challenges to doing that. Space being one of the issues, you have to have certain types of rooms and
right.
But originally didn't have that facility. So it was thought best, which seems to have been working very well in the test before you get there. With clients in Nova Scotia, what I would suggest, I imagine they would have to transit via Toronto or Montreal, is that maybe a day or two earlier where you can actually have that test. And I know there are a lot of health facilities now which will tell you, yes, you can get the PCR test even within the same day. You might have to return for it, or it can be emailed to you within about 4 or 5 hours after you've actually done it. But that seems to be what has really been the best option for us, rather than we do that in a limited way when we started first, actually doing tests and swabbing at the airport. But it really is a very involved process, and
Sure, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Not the way we want you to start your vacation.
No. And just the question here is, and we're kind of like in the thick of it right now. But is there any talk about lightening up some of the protocols on, entry, or is there talk about that, or right now this is the foreseeable future until?
Right now, our protocols have been working well because they've been means that we've had little, if any, importation of COVID-19, and so that helps us. It also helps the passengers on the aircraft, knowing that everybody that's sitting around them has had a negative test, which gives them put them a little bit more at ease. So for right now, those protocols remain, which is sort of standard for most Caribbean countries. Our populations are small. Our health facilities are not as large or as robust as what you would probably find in Canada. And so it's really critical that we limit and totally close down on the chances of anybody importing the disease into the country. So our protocols will not change in that respect. Actually, they are a lot more welcoming than some other protocols. There's some countries that, for example, your country is placed in a category of either high risk or low risk. And so because of that, you're not even, you have to quarantine for 7 days, and you can't leave your hotel room and that sort of thing until you get your test results back, which is administered when you get to those countries. But we don't do that. We say, have a test before you get here. Once your test is here and you have your mask on, you're whisked off to your vacation, and you're good to go. You can go move around the island and interact with your family, with the destination, with a lot of the great and exciting tours and excursions that we have in an environment that's safe and is really done to protect not just you, but the staff, the properties, and the residents on island. And it has been working very well for us so far.
Yeah. Actually, I've got a question about the Jolly Beach. Did the Jolly Beach Resort sell? Was it sold?
Jolly Beach right now, the government is in negotiations with a potential buyer, and so I believe in another 2 or 3 weeks we should have some exciting information to share with our travel trade partners as to what's happening with Jolly Beach. But needless to say, it will reopen and it will be back on stream hopefully next year.
Right, that's great. Just some of the agents are commenting. I just wanted to, it's nothing that you can do about it or that I can do about it, but I think it's important to acknowledge it and to read out all the everything here. And we can't, there's nothing that Mr. James or I can do about this, but there are a lot of issues, getting COVID tests for our clients. Some cities, you can't even get a test unless you have symptoms, things like that. And then of course, in the eastern part of Canada, you cannot get the test at all. But if you do, you have to pay, quite like about I think it's $433 to get one. So it is tough. So again, this isn't for everybody right now. We're here to share, and if you have clients that are interested and willing to do all this, that these are the expectations, and it'll be wonderful once you get there, right?
This is a rough bump in the road that we're all going through, but I think health and safety is paramount for everyone. And so I think we all look forward to the day when there's a vaccine that's widely available, or there's a cure, better yet, where people can go back to traveling and feeling totally at ease. We don't all have to be wearing masks all the time, but until that time, we have done everything possible to ensure safety, that when you come to this vacation destination, you are safe, your family is safe, and you can still enjoy your vacation and have a great time. And importantly, the folks who live here are also safe. I mentioned briefly, and I think CJ touched on that, the protocols that they have at the hotel and the resorts. I mean, they are really, really stringent. The staff don't turn up in their uniforms anymore. They have to actually change into their hotel uniforms when they're on site. They have to fill out a questionnaire every day. Do you have a fever? Have you been sneezing? Have you been coughing? If they only check one of those boxes, they're not allowed to work, because we want to make sure that our guests are safe and the staff are safe. So I think that is safety. It's almost like that is the number one priority right now. Having a great destination, having great beaches, having a great airline package is good, but you have to be safe. And so folks have shifted and understand that. And we really hope that things in Canada might shift a little bit where the tests are easier to obtain. I think that sort of happened in the USA when we opened first, and folks had to almost like feign a cough to get a test. And a lot of them told me they did that. Are you coughing? Yes, I've been coughing, so that they could get the test to come to Antigua. I hope you guys don't have to do that. But we just want to make sure that you are safe and we are safe. We look forward to welcoming you back. We're excited on the 1st of November when that first commercial flight resumes from Canada to welcome in our Canadian visitors to our shores, and to really, build in on the relationship that we have with the support of our travel agent partners. We're here to answer all the questions that you have. Tamika and her team have done a remarkable job with your support, Kelly. We really appreciate that. And to the travel agents that are here on this, there's 70-odd travel agents on this call. So I know you are interested in hearing the information that we have to share. And we are so excited that you have chosen this today to be with us so that you can learn more about Antigua and Barbuda, and that we are back open for business.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. James.
Thank you.
Shamoy, I know we were talking about, your part was about attractions and things like that. Are there tours open? If so, how can our clients book, or can we pre-book for our clients if they can?
Yes, certainly. And I would just ask, I shared the link in the chat,
right.
And also Tamika did on Facebook. You
right.
can refer to that link and it will take you to the respective tours, activities, and it will also navigate you to their pages where you can make your bookings.
Right, excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think we covered everything. So there's just a couple things about CJ, if you could pop on, and then I would love to wrap this up and talk about the love letter promotion one more time. So CJ, okay, does the Learn, Book, and Earn expire, or is it going to be ongoing?
Okay, so Learn, Book, and Earn we launched this actually towards the beginning of this month, and it actually goes until in January. So
Nice.
what happens is, we have different destinations that are available, different dates for different destinations, including Antigua, that are available throughout. So when they go on, they would have to see the scheduling to see when those destinations are available and register for them. So it goes into January. Will it be extended?
Hope so. But if
So-
it's not, it's because the hotel is full and you guys are booking it like crazy. So
That's
there you
right.
go. It's a win-win, right?
Win-win. And either way, we'll never get rid of our travel agent rates that we have
No.
going. We have never, and we will never get rid of those rates. Plus, you still have your points to paradise, guys. I can't talk about points to paradise. You know how many points to paradise go to waste every year?
I know, it drives you crazy, right?
Use your P2P, man. You've earned them. Go see the destination. Go check out Antigua. I'm sure Tamika wants to host you down there. She does miss the sun.
Okay, so for the Learn, Book, and Earn, can we do the 3 nights and then can we add on and like pay a travel agent rate or maybe use our points to paradise? We can do that too.
Absolutely. I love where your head's going with this one, and that's a smart move. Anyone that suggested that, you've got it down pat. You can definitely add.
Anita knows.
Anita knows. Use your P2P, so you get your 3 free nights, plus you get to use your P2P for the additional nights if you wish to stay on, or you can do a travel agent rates. Mind you would have separate booking numbers because you're doing them in 2 separate places.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can certainly do that. It's something that we're certainly open to, and it's something that others have attempted to do and have been truly successful at doing.
Yeah,
So.
no, I remember I did that once. I think I had like 3 nights that I could use that, and then I wanted to pay the agent rate, so I did. It was so easy. I had 2 separate bookings, but they just like linked it right up, and it was like it was a piece of cake. Yep, no worries. Okay. And again, yes, Catherine and everyone's gonna be running this. The Samus portal's just gonna like blow up because everybody's gonna be looking. Yeah, so it's like Canada blew up the Sanos portal today. Yes, it's on the Sanos agent portal. Go there and you can find it under events.
Under events.
Okay. And I have a question. So are these like particular blocks? Like it has to be, okay, you're going, say November 13th to the 16th, or is it, so are there set kind of agent blocks or you can arrive any day?
Yes. So the thing about it is they may have found, so what the Learn, Book, Earn came about because we found that there were different pockets that would allow us to have agents just go in and experience it without the issue of having occupancy challenges or anything, right?
Right.
So those are some of the pockets that they have absolutely created. So we have set pockets that they can use the Learn, Book, Earn. And that was when it was initially created. So I'm sure different spaces and all that stuff opens up.
Right.
But there are set pockets, so you have set dates, which is why you have to sign up on those specific dates. But just like you said, P2P, travel agent rates, it's a win-win all around. And we don't consider it double dipping at all. Just take advantage of the opportunities.
Perfect. Thanks, CJ.
My pleasure.
I just want to talk about the love letter because this is so fun. Where's Miss Tamika? Is she gonna come back?
I hear about this love letter too.
I know, it's so great. So maybe either if Tamika can pop on there, she is great. Okay, my dear. So unfortunately, you know what, honey? It's really hard. It was hard to read. So I think what we need to do, and I put a little note, maybe what we'll do is we will copy, we're going to copy all of the verbiage and with the email address and everything, and we'll make sure, maybe, I don't know if Chamoy, if you're there, my dear, if you wouldn't mind copying the wording just with the email address and all of the tags and everything, and can you paste it, if you don't mind, in the chat box in the session? That would be great. And then after you're done that, would you mind copying and pasting it and throwing it in the Facebook? Because I know the agents are going crazy on Facebook. We got quite a few really interested. And while Chamoy is doing that, maybe Tamika, can we just recap it one more time? I think you read through the chat box if you have a moment. Everyone's really excited about this particular promotion. So Great initiative.
All right, so love letters to Antigua Barbuda. We pretty much wish that you would join us in letting Antigua and Barbuda know how much you love #love Antigua Barbuda. Yeah. I'm not sure if you've seen Kelly and our picture with the love heart. It's just beautiful. Yeah, but so #love Antigua Barbuda. We want to know your thoughts on your desire to return or to visit Antigua and Barbuda. We want to be sure that you are telling the world that you are still in the travel business. You're in it for the long haul. So be sure to put #book with a travel agent, #love letters to Antigua Barbuda, #your space in the sun. I know my CEO has to jump off if he has not done so already.
She's still there.
He's still there. Mr. James, you want to just bid us farewell?
In a little while.
You want to just bid us farewell and then I'll wrap up with everybody else?
I would be delighted. I'm going to be parachuting out in a little while, but I just wanted to say just how grateful I am for the support that we have had from our travel agent partners over the years. As I said in the beginning, you guys are the reason why we all have a job, why we can pay our mortgages. Antigua and Barbuda is a very tourism-dependent country. 75% of our GDP comes from tourism. And so that was one of the reasons why we were really out front very early as the first destination in the Caribbean to open up and to ensure that we could do so safely. And so that is the message that I want to leave with you before we go. We are a safe destination from a standpoint of your health and the protocols that we have implemented. We are a beautiful destination. We are a destination that is easy to get to same day. And we are a destination where you'll find some of the most warmest and kindest and really great people that you'll find anywhere else on this planet. When I look at Tamika and Shamoy and the team in Canada, it's a small team, but the Herculean task that they do in promoting our islands, that's just a foretaste of what you can expect when you get here. So I want to say thank you all for joining us today. I want to thank Kelly for being a remarkable host. And I want to thank Tamika, CJ, and Shamoy and also the beautiful Raynell here in Antigua for being such wonderful panelists and giving you all that information that you need to make those important decisions. And I just want to thank you all that my parachute is good so that as I jump out of this aircraft now, I'll be landing safely somewhere. So take care. And until I see you in Antigua, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr. James.
Bye, Mr. James.
All right. So yes, #, your space in the sun, #love letter to Antigua and Antigua Barbuda, #book with a travel agent. Remember that there are no minimum or maximum word count. We want it to be from your heart. Speak from your heart. If your heart just says share a heart, that's what you want to do. Just make sure that you have the fact that Air Canada resumes flight on November 1st. That way your clients know that, great. That way your clients know that there is accessibility from Canada to Antigua and Barbuda, right? It's only a way to help you, to help us while we try to restart this tourism business, this economy. Canada is bleeding. We want to be sure that we're in the game also. All right. So love letters to Antigua and Barbuda. If you've been there, you know. If you haven't been there, you got to go.
It's in the chat and on Facebook.
And great. So
I just noted that it's in the chat and it's also on Facebook.
That's great. Thank you. And would you be okay, Tamika, maybe when we send that follow-up email, can we send the information again on the love letter? And that will be sent everyone that's tuned in today. Agents on FaceTime, Facebook, FaceTime Live. Send me an email, kelly@spoiledagent.com, and I'll make sure that Tamika and Shamoy add you guys to that list. And we got the video and all sorts of other good stuff. And I just want to show this.
The important thing to note is that, that's us.
My buddy, me and my buddy.
This was when outside was nice and we could get outside and just interact and just, you know, look at me. I'm just falling on my friend Kelly as I always do. Now I'm doing so virtually.
No
but we're
9
gonna-
coconuts.
9 coconuts. Look at that. Imagine that picture with 9
9
coconuts.
coconuts.
But we have to keep on. We have to be tenacious. We are a tenacious bunch. Travel agents, we are travel industry personnel, hoteliers, persons like Kelly. What would we have done as suppliers without someone in the person of Kelly Kane? Kelly Smith, spoiled agent. Agents, Kelly. She's such an awesome addition to our team. And I'm sure I could speak for the other suppliers too. Kelly, thank you so much for loving us travel agents and travel industry partners. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys. If without suppliers supporting spoiled agent, you know, and without the agents, with you guys, without engaging, you know, I know hard, but we're a circle. We're all together and we need to be whole. We all have to work together to move forward. So it's a big thing.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Well, this has been so fun. I just want to thank Antigua and Barbuda, Chamoy and Tamika just coming up with this really fun concept. You never disappoint me. It was so great. And CJ, of course, I know Tamika, the Antigua Barbuda, really wanted you to come on, and Mr. James. But yeah, Mr. James was with us today. Like, how awesome was that? I feel I can feel important. I don't know, but anyways. Tamika, why don't you say the final farewell to everybody, and then we'll call it a day.
Hashtag Canadian travel agents rock. Raynell is giving us one last look at the beach before touchdown. The beach at Sandals Grand Antigua. We love and appreciate you, travel agents. This is where we're gonna be on November 1st. And thereafter, hold the fort. It's gonna be okay. Hashtag love Antigua Barbuda. Bye-bye now.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
I don't want to hang up right now. This is too beautiful.
Yeah, there's a jet ski going out. Like,
yeah.
Janelle, seriously, Raynell's making me completely jealous right now of the beach at Dickinson Bay.
wow.
A good idea to show this or not? I don't know.
And Raynell is now going into the water. Raynell.
Torture.
You know what,
We just
Raynell?
go up here and try.
Tell Raynell, delete my number.
Yeah.
When's that flight again? November 1?
Yeah,
November
1.
Yeah.
Independence Day in Antigua and Barbuda.
There we go. Kill
Yep.
2 birds with 1 stone. Get to experience the destination and experience the culture in its prime on the same day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what's beautiful? Before you even get to the beach, if you're on that flight on November 1st, the flight will be welcomed with a water cannon salute.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be amazing.
I think it's probably gonna be very emotional. I think it's gonna be very emotional, you know, like, I don't know. Yeah. It'll be interesting.
It's been so long.
And it's a go, right? It's like it's a go.
It's a go. We got that straight from Air Canada. Air Canada too has put out the word. You could see that via PAX. You could see that published all over that it's a go. We understand that there have been some false starts in the past, and I know it's frustrating, but we're gonna try and fill that plane so that there are no excuses.
Don't worry, we've got some Sandals clients on the plane. Don't worry, we got you.
I bet. Okay. All right. I was supposed to end this, but we kind of got sucked into this video.
It's Raynell's fault. It's Raynell's fault.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna go and see you in Antigua soon.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.